Morning, we're November 11th and this is a quick market update in the morning here in Asia. So in the previous session in the US, equities were sold off. The Nasdaq is down 2%, S&P is edging down. And that's due to two things. First, Amazon has received complaints of an antitrust. That's nothing new, but it's ongoing. It's of course weighing down on the company stock. So tech stocks are suffering from that. And of course there's the ongoing coronavirus pandemic and cases increasing globally. Now, of course, we're really excited about vaccine trials advancing rapidly, but as we enter winter and for the next 2-3 months, cases are still there, it's still affecting the economy, and of course investors understand that. Away from equities, the dollar is staying put after some gains. Treasuries continue to be sold off, and that's interesting. It's actually pushing the 10-year yield close to 1%, which is of course a decisive level. Right now we're at 0.97%, so it'll be interesting to see whether we go to 1% or even maybe pierce through. Gold, nothing really interesting. It had fallen 5% on Monday at the open, and now is just bouncing a little back up. So after a big red candle, just a small green one. Let's look at crypto. Crypto is actually also staying put or not moving much, but in a much more supportive, much more enthusiastic way. So Bitcoin is at 15,330, which is exactly where we were yesterday, so we're totally flat. But it's interesting that we're able to stay flat, to sustain those relatively high level, right? Above 15K and not retracing like even myself expected, right? I thought there would be some kind of correction or whipsaw, and really we're holding on to those levels. Ethereum is doing something relatively similar. So we're not flat, but we're going up and down within a tight range of 455 and 445. So within a $10 range, we're going up and down on a daily basis. And I think that's relatively supportive as well. Looking at other altcoins, I'll let you look at those because it's kind of a mixed picture. But it's interesting to see that the newer coins, I'm thinking of Chainlink, of Tezos, of Polkadot, are edging up, while the larger cap coins like LTC, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, BSV are actually edging down. So just you can see that dynamic happening. Away from price action, I think there are some interesting fundamental news happening. The hash rate is increasing relatively rapidly, which is nice to see because if you remember previously we had a negative difficulty adjustment, which is considered a negative for the space, and now the hash rate is actually going back up, which is supportive, right? It means it's more secure, there's more activity, miners have to compete more, and that's a positive thing for the space. Away from that technical indicator, I would say on the blockchain side, it's interesting to see that the UK Treasury is issuing reports of a stable coin, so a CBDC. And of course it's a trendy term, and we've heard it for, in my case, at least 2 years, and it never seems to come to fruition, but it's confirming that central banks are looking at it. And also it's confirming a bigger narrative in the markets, which is banks and payments providers, transactions providers are aware of Bitcoin and of cryptocurrencies. And I think they understand very rapidly that it is something to be reckoned with, that it is something that is happening, that is growing, that is interesting a lot of different companies and users, and that they have to find some way to adjust, adapt, find an alternative. And overall, that kind of reaction, personally, I think is very supportive for the space and for the narrative that cryptocurrencies represent. That's it for me today. I wish you a great day and a great trading day.